Principle 3, cooperate with the pack, is creatively conveyed in a snippet by Charles Chuham. Once upon a time, there were two hungry men. They were lucky to receive two items from a wise old man, one basket full of fresh fish and a fishing rod. One of them took the basket of fish while the other took the fishing rod. After that, they all went their own way. The one with the fish put up a fire and cooked the fish on the spot and ate all of them. After a few days, the man died near his empty basket. The other man, while enduring hunger, walked all the way to the sea, but became exhausted and died on the way. There were two other hungry men who received the same items from the same old wise man, a fishing rod and a basket of fish. However, these two men did not go their separate ways. They had agreed and decided to look for the sea together. They had also agreed to eat only one fish per day, which was pretty tricky. After a long and tiring journey, they finally reached the seashore. So they started a new life as fishermen. After a few years, they built homes, had their own families, and their own fishing boats. They lived happily ever after. Unity is strength, is the moral of this story. When you have $1 and I have $1 and we exchange the dollar, we still have $1 each. When I have an idea and you have an idea, when we exchange the idea, we have two ideas each. When we combine the two ideas together, the potential is limitless. Tenet 4, play when you can. Perhaps one of the best avenues for playfulness is that of humor, the ability to laugh at ourselves and with others at life's inevitable events. On aging, author Bill Connolly advises, don't get hung up on eating too much fiber, as it will probably only give you an extra couple of weeks to live, and at a time in your life when you're back to wetting your pants. Comedian Conan O'Brien's lighthearted advice from his 2011 commencement address at Dartmouth College stated, I am going to give you real practical advice that you will need to know if you are going to survive the next 2 years. First, adult acne lasts a lot longer than you think. I almost canceled 2 days ago because I had a zit on my eye. Guys, this is important. You cannot iron a shirt while wearing it. If you live on ramen noodles too long, you lose all feeling in your hands and your stool becomes a white gel. And finally, wearing colorful Converse high tops beneath your graduation robe is a great way to tell your classmates that this is just the first of many horrible decisions you plan to make with your life. Tenet 5 of the Wolf Credo tells us to hunt when you must. When engaged in hunting, wolves do not aimlessly run around their intended victims, yipping and yapping. They have a strategic plan and execute it through constant communication. When the moment of truth arrives, each understands his role and understands exactly what the pack expects of him. Everyone does not strive to be the leader of the wolf pack. Some are consummate hunters or caregivers or jokesters, but each gravitates to the role he does best. The wolf's attitude is always based on the question, what is best for the pack? This is in marked contrast to us humans who will often sabotage our organizations, families, or businesses if we do not get what we want. Next, we're advised to rest in between. Jonathan Lockwood Huey says, today I will do my best, and then relax in the knowing that I have done all that I could. It has been said that we don't remember days, we remember moments. However, at today's hectic pace, we often forget to savor small pleasures while making big plans. In the race to be better or best, we sometimes lose sight of just being. Slowing down and just being, just soaking in and savoring a beautiful moment can provide some of life's greatest pleasures. A crackling fire on a cold winter night, the comfort and warmth of slipping into that well-worn special shirt, a good book, a handwritten note, a spectacular sunlight. a great meal, making the yellow light, the first sip of a beverage when you're thirsty, realizing you have more time to sleep. You will enjoy that. Having a good laugh, making someone else laugh, or a timeless moment with a good friend. These moments, if we stop and rest long enough to enjoy, are the essence of a happy and fulfilled life. Robert Brault sums it up best when he advises, enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize that they were the big things. The seventh principle in the Wolf Credo advises us to share our affections. And Mac Anderson's observations from The Road to Happiness outlines why. Not too long ago, researchers from the Harvard Medical School and the University of California at San Diego made an important discovery. Happiness is contagious. Your happiness is influenced not only by the people you know, but also by the people they know. In other words, happiness spreads through social relationships, groups, cliques, teams, clubs, clans, communities, gangs, neighborhoods, and families. You want more happiness in your life? Hang around happy people. Wolf Credo Tenet 8 tells us to voice our feelings. A wise unknown left the following words of wisdom for us. Not everyone is healthy enough to have a front row seat in our lives. There are some people in your life that need to be loved from a distance. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you let go, or at least minimize your time spent with draining, negative, incompatible, not going anywhere relationships. Observe the relationships around you. Which ones lift and which ones lean? Which ones encourage and which ones discourage? Which ones are on a path of growth uphill and which ones are going downhill? When you leave certain people, do you feel better or worse? Which ones always have drama or don't really understand, know, or appreciate you? The more you seek quality, respect, growth, peace of mind, love, and truth around you, the easier it will become for you to decide who gets to sit in the front row and who should be moved to the balcony of your life. The final principle from the Wolf Credo encourages us to leave your mark. The primary vehicle for doing so lies in the question, do you have a plan? Every organization, regardless of size, needs a strategic plan. Every person, regardless of his or her situation, needs a strategic plan. Unfortunately, most do not have them, or they're placed on a bookshelf where they gather dust and work well until a crisis occurs. Many people remember the Tylenol disaster when people died because a crazed individual filled Tylenol capsules with poison. The positive lesson of that tragedy was the way the company responded. They didn't deny, lie, or shift blame. They were honest with the public, recalled their product, and re-engineered its packaging. Most people thought the company would not survive. They did. They stuck to their business and their product and did what was right. They believed that quality products and service would produce profits. They adhered to their long-term strategy while implementing necessary short-term adjustments. They were not wrong. Tylenol is still #1, and as a bonus, tamper-proof packaging is now standard in the food and drug industry. You are the expert on you. What's your strategy? Graduates, we send you forward to find your dreams, armed with the wisdom of wolves, and a final word from George Washington Carver. How far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant with the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. We love you.